Hello guys, hope you're doing well. So a lot of people are requesting that they want to learn this Webflow tool from scratch. So in today's lecture, I decide to teach you this Webflow tool from the scratch. So basically, this is the lecture for beginners. I will demonstrate that each and every step that how you can log in your Webflow account, how you develop your page. So in today's lecture, I will develop this header section. As I already told you that this lecture is only for beginners, so I'm going to skip this form part because the lecture is only for the beginners. So I will skip this form part. I will develop this header section, including this heading, including this paragraph, along with this image. So I will let's start and let's go to the Google. Just type Webflow, or you can say Webflow login. Click on this link, and here it is. If you this lecture is for the beginners, so you have to create your account. So you have two options. You can just sign in with your Google account, or if you don't have any account, you can create an account. So I'm going to sign in with Google. So let's suppose I'm using this email, and here it is. So you can set your Webflow. So it's very easy. This is very first step, that how you can log in your Webflow tool, how you can sign up for your Webflow account. Okay, so next up, just set up your account, or set up your this Webflow account. Let's suppose the name, whatever you want, or as per your information, you can enter this information. Let's suppose I'm entering this one. Okay, so right now it's only for myself. Yes, you're a student. Okay, business, e-commerce, portfolio, blog, and what type of you are going to develop, what type of site you are going to develop. So let's suppose I'm going to select other, and this just finish. Okay, so now what type of do you want to use some type of template? Do you want to use some tutorial? No, I'm going just develop the page from very scratch. So I will select this one, that I'm going to develop from scratch. So I'm selecting the blank site. Okay, so the name of your site, for example, I will follow this design, and the name of this design or name of this project is Lighthouse. So you can select here, and you can just write the name of your project that is provided by your client. So let's suppose Lighthouse, and just click create site. Okay, now it's opening, and here it is. So this is the blank page. This is the first page where I will develop this design. Basically, this is the design in Figma, which is provided by the client. Client provide us design in either in the form of Figma, either in the form of Word, or either in the form of XD. So in most of the cases, clients have their Figma design, and we have to develop this design in Webflow. So this is the Figma tool, in which designers design the page, and then this is the Webflow tool, in which we have to develop our page. So I will copy this. You can say I have to make same copy of this design into my this empty page. So these are the main steps, that how you can log in your Webflow account, how you can set up your Webflow account, how you set up your first project, and then these are some you can say the toolbar, in which you have the name of your pages. For example, when I click it, now I have only one page with the name of home. So this is the first page of my website, home. And then here, when you click this plus icon, you can see all these elements, which I will just drag and drop here, and I will design this design by using all these elements. The mixture of all these elements are the supporting elements which help us to develop this design. Okay, then this is the basically structure of my page. Whenever I add some whenever I add some element, like I add div block, I add link block, I add button, it will appear here in this hierarchy. So these are the basics. Okay, right now I'm going to skip this navbar and this form part. Okay, I'm going to skip these two things from this design because this is for the beginners, and these two things are something you can say the complex form of or the complex, this requires some complex concepts. That's why I'm just going to design these three things: the heading, the paragraph, and this image, along with maintaining the same distance from the top, from the bottom, from the image, and then maintaining the same distance. You have to develop the exact copy of this design. So basically I will maintain the distance of between these two, heading and the paragraph. I have to maintain the distance from this top, this is called the top margin. I have to maintain the distance of this bottom from this paragraph and from between the space between this paragraph and this image. Okay, right now I'm going to explain one more thing which can be considered very complex concept for the beginners, but in my view, I think that this concept or this strategy will be beneficial for your next future projects. So I'm going to explain the client first structure. Remember, I will repeat again, client first structure. In client first structure, this is basically your body. This is basically your body. And the first class you will add, you can say this is the div element. So I added one div element. Basically, this is the element in which I will place all this design. So I need just like something if you want to place something, you want some storage space. For example, I want to place some chair in some chair to, I want some space for that chair. In the same way, if I want to place this heading, this paragraph, and this image, I want some space, so I just could create a container. Now one thing, and the other thing is that I am going to generate or to develop this page using client first strategy. Client first strategy. So in client first strategy, the first element or the first container or the first div block is with the name of page wrapper. Page wrapper, basically in client first, page wrapper means that all the content within the page should be within this parent container with the name of page wrapper. So all the content, this heading, this paragraph, this image should be within this wrapper. This is the parent wrapper. That's why its name is page wrapper. So all the content within the page, and this is the wrapper for that all content. That's why its name is page wrapper. So for the client first strategy, the first class should be the page wrapper. Okay. Then one motive element. Okay, now you can see this hierarchy. Okay, first there is a body, then there is a page wrapper, then one more element. Okay, according to the client first strategy, this div block, the name should be the main wrapper. Okay, now main wrapper. Wrapper means something in which you want to wrap all your design. Okay, wrapper. Now main wrapper. Okay, main wrapper in which I generate the first class for these two things, the next class for this one, and if I just go through this page, the next class for this one, then next one more class for this one. So all the classes should be reside within this main wrapper. So again, this wrapper will be considered as parent wrapper of all other classes. Okay, so basically these are two classes. One first class is with the name of page wrapper. Other class, so these are the classes. This is page wrapper, this is main wrapper. Okay, now next thing. Next thing, I already told you that I will develop this header section. What I develop? Okay, now what next? I have to develop this header section. I repeat, header section. So basically, what I told already is that I'm using client first strategy. So basically in client first strategy, the naming of these classes are very important. For example, the parent name is page wrapper, then the main wrapper, and now the next one should be what? This is header section. So I'm going to develop header section. So add one more div and be careful about the name, so because the name is most important thing in client first structure. So I'm going to develop this section. So what I'm going to develop? Section. Which type of section? It is the header section. So section header. So basically page wrapper, then main wrapper, and then I'm going to develop what? Section headers. That's why I just select this name, section underscore header. So be careful about the naming. This is the section, then underscore, and then header. So this header can be changed according to their, for example, when I will when in future you have to develop this design, you can say section underscore lighthouse. Then for this section, you can say section underscore results, and then section underscore footer. So these are the naming strategy while using the client infrastructure. So the first step is the parent page wrapper, then the main wrapper. In this main wrapper, you will develop all the sections. For example, right now I'm going to develop section header. Then in future, I'm going to develop this section lighthouse, then this section result, and then this section footer. So these are the name of this section. Okay, now what next? In client infrastructure, basically after naming this section header, the next class again add the div block, and the next class will be padding global. Okay, now what is the padding global? Padding global is, for example, whatever the site you visited, you almost noticed that on the that this content will never ever touch these margins. Okay, so in order to avoid touching your sections, or in order to avoid hitting these content with this right and left margin, you have to introduce new class with the name of padding global, and we will reuse it in our whole project. Or padding global means that this is basically, you can see the spacing, and under spacing you can see this is the margin and this is the padding. And the margin padding mean that 5% padding mean that when our new content will be entered, it will be 5% from the left, and then 5% here mean that whenever the content is entered, it will be 5% from the right. You can get the clear concept. For example, whenever I introduce one more class in it, you can see this padding global, and whenever you hit this 5%, you can see this is the 5% spacing which I introduced by using this class. And for example, if I remove this class, now you can see this content or this new block is now hitting the sides, and I don't want to hit the content the sides. That's why the padding global is very important. So padding global is 5% from the left and 5% from the right. Okay, so right now the structure is page wrapper, main wrapper, then the name of section, then the padding global. It's mean global. It's mean we will reuse it in our whole project. Padding global will be the right and left padding or the margin for the whole content. So next one should be the size of container. It's mean that the content, for example, this content, you can see this content is fitted within 1148 pixels. So the container size, you can see the container size of this site is 1148 pixel. So all the data is within this container. You can see this one. Okay, so the container size, how you can select, for example, this is the div block, so section header, then padding global, then container size. You can say the container name, sorry, container large. Okay, now this container size is selected from the design, and from the design I just take this value, that is 1148 pixel, and in client infrastructure this pixel will be should be converted to RAM. How you convert your pixel values to RAM? There is a site which is pixel to RAM converter. So this is pixel to RAM converter website, and this is the container size, that is 1148. This is the 1148 pixels. When you write 1148, sorry, 1148, it will convert it to the RAM, that is 71.75, or you can just convert it and it will be almost 72 RAM. Okay, so it's mean that my container size should be 72 RAM. This is the maximum width. Maximum width mean that your content must be within this size. So within what size? For example, within 72 RAM. So 72 RAM, and then I 100% mean that it automatically should be automatically be responsive. For example, for mobile, it automatically convert to 100%. For tablet, it automatically convert to 100%. So 72 RAM is the size of my container, and 100% is for making this container responsive along all screen sizes, for small laptops, for tablets, for MacBooks, and for mobile versions. So basically I decided that my size of container large should be 72 RAM. And from where the 72 RAM comes? This is from the design 1148. Then from this side I convert 1148 to RAM, because in client infrastructure we are not using pixels, we will use RAM. Okay, the next step, and then select is auto, and auto, by doing this two settings, you are maintaining or you are just managing your container centered position, equal from the left side, equal from the right side. Okay, now the next step is, these are the nested over every section. Whatever the section you are going to develop, you have to develop these three parts: section name, padding label, container large. Okay, these three classes should be in every section. Only the section name will be changed accordingly. Okay, now the next thing is we have to maintain this space from the top and from the bottom. So this space, right now I don't have the scale in my toolbar, but let's suppose this is almost you can say 80 pixel, 80 pixel from the top, 80 pixel from the bottom from these images. So 80 pixel is equal to, you can say, 5 frame. So in client first structure, after container large, we have to maintain or we have to generate this space from top and bottom. So how you can generate this space? Again, add one more div and now assign the name padding section medium. Okay, padding section medium, and then assign the values, this 5 frame from the top and 5 frame from the bottom. Now medium, if it is small, then 3 rem from the top, 3 rem from the bottom. If it is large, then 7 rem from the top, 7 rem from the bottom. Padding section medium is basically 5 rem from the top and 5 rem from the bottom. Okay, now you can see the magic, that what this top and bottom positions mean, or what does this top and bottom spacing mean. So let's add one more div now. Now you can see the difference, that when you add new container, or now when you add new div, it is 5 frame from the top and 5 frame from the bottom. So this is the spacing which I get from my design and I implemented in Webflow tool. So now this is my basic container in which this heading, this paragraph, and this next step will be included. Okay, so name of the section, padding global in every section, container large in every section, padding section medium will be in every section, but it can be padding section small, it can be padding section large, it can be padding section medium. In my case, it should be padding section medium. Okay, the next step, the name. So this is the header. The name of this main container in which this heading paragraph will reside, the name of this container should be the name of class, which is header, name of parent, header, the next underscore component. Okay, so this, the name of this class is generated but from the name of its parent. So header, this header, underscore, and then component. It's mean that this component belongs to section header because it's header component. Okay, now from header component, you can develop this heading at this one. Now you just select this heading and you can see that 851 pixel. The width of this heading, or the width of this area, is 851. So let's convert again 851 to RAM, which is 53 RAM. So this component in which this heading and this paragraph should reside should be how much RAM? 53 RAM. Okay, now I am going to assign it 53 RAM. Okay, notice one more thing. Okay, 53 RAM and 100%. Okay, it's okay, but if you notice that this component is not centralized, so in order to make it center, you have to select as auto and then auto. Now it's exactly in the center. Okay, now what is this? This is 851 pixel, like 851 pixel means 53 RAM. Okay, and then you have to enter this value, this heading. Okay, the first heading in platform structure is always H1. Okay, now you can see here is heading. Select this heading, then here is the heading, and this heading 1, heading 2. Right now I want heading 1. So here it is, heading 1. Okay, now just copy this content from here. Okay, and then just paste it here like this one. Okay, now the rest of designing is here. The font size is this one. Sorry, the font style is this one. The weight is 700 and the size is 72. Okay, let's move to the Webflow or assign these all values. Okay, select this one, all H1 heading. Then come to this one, You have to change the font. Okay, I don't have this font here. I have to check add fonts, and then in add fonts I will search for this one. When you select add font, this tab will be open. In this tab you can just paste your sorry, this you can you can just paste the copy of the name of this font, NUN, and here it is, Neonto Sans, this one. Okay, the same. Okay, then just select 200, 300, and all the values or all the weights which we required for our project, and the simple add font. Okay, the font is added. Now refresh this one so that the font should become the part of your live site. Okay, here it is. Got it. Okay, now select your heading. Select from here style selector. Select from style selector. Select all H1 heading, and then now change the font. What the font should be? The font should be this one. Okay, then what the weight should be? The weight should be 700, and then what the size should be? 72 pixel. Okay, then again I am repeating this, that we are not using the pixel strategy in client infrastructure. We will convert our pixel value to RAM using this website. So what is the pixel value? 72 pixel, but I want it in the RAM, so I write here 72, and the in RAM it is 4.5 RAM. So I am going to change my size to 4.5 RAM. Here it is. And here for the headings you can just select 1.2 dash. Okay, the next step is that it is you can see the style of this writing is centralized. So how can you make it center? Just select this parent component, and then here is alignment, left alignment, right alignment, and center alignment. You can see it's now centered one. Okay, okay, now what next? Next is align center, size 72, weight 700. All is done on our side. Okay, in order to make the same design, just make your size of your component a bit big, like suppose 55, and then it's according to the design. The 3 word stereo marketing is at in the top line, and then budget to the greater returns in the bottom line. Okay, now the next thing is about coloring. Okay, the color of this there are the 2 colors in this heading. The first color is this one. Just copy it from here, and then you can assign this color like text color blue. Text color blue. Okay, I just assigned the class to this heading, text color blue, and then here I just paste that color which I copied from Figma file. Okay, the same color, but the next thing is this black color, so I have to assign this only to these 2 words. So just select these 2 words like this one, greater and return. When you select, you just get these some settings. Just select this span, and then here is a span. Now you can assign a new class to this span. For example, text color black, because it's I am going to assign the black color to this one, text color black. And then here in the setting panel, in the color panel, you can change your color, and that's done. Okay, so the heading part is done from my side, like in 2 lines and in within 2 colors within same heading. Okay, what is the next step? Next step is like heading and the paragraph, and gap between this heading and paragraph is 24 pixel. For example, the gap between this whole frame, like the gap between the component of this frame. So there are only 2 things in this frame. One is heading and another is paragraph. So the gap between these 2 things are what? 24. So what is 24? Just convert it into RAM, it's 1.5. So what does it mean? It's mean that after this heading, I want the space of 1.5 RAM. How you can generate that space? Simple. Add one new class, new div, and give it a name as spacer small. Okay, and spacer small mean the size should be, sorry, the size spacer small mean the size here, the top padding should be 1.5 RAM. So this is the spacer small class which I can reuse in my whole project wherever I want the same space, like the space of 1.5 RAM. So this is the class in order to introduce the 1.5 RAM of spacing. So heading, this one, then this space 1.5 rem, this space 1.5 rem, and now the paragraph. So how you can add the paragraph? Just select the parent component. This is the parent component, and then select this plus icon, and then plus icon. You can see this is the paragraph. So here it is the paragraph. So just copy your paragraph, copied. Now what next? What next is its style. Style is its font, its weight, its size, and its color. So its font is again the same one Yonto. Then its weight is 600. Let's move. Okay. Remember one thing. In client first structure, don't assign or don't apply these styling to paragraph direct. Instead, assign these stylings to its parent element. When you apply setting to parent element, it will automatically implement it on child. Not on this child, because in this child already there is one style which is already implemented on this heading. So whenever I implement some style on this parent, it will inherited by this child. So let's move. For example, I need a font of this one, then I need the weight of this one, and then the 31 pixel. You can change 31 pixel. Okay, from where I am getting this 31 pixel, you can see the size. When you select the paragraph, all the setting is on the right side. The size is 31 pixel. So this 31 pixel, when I convert to this 131 pixel to RAM, it is 1.9. So font size, this is the size. Typography, okay, under the typography there's a size, and then I am converting it to 1.9 RAM, and you can say here. And then for the paragraph it should be 1.5. So for the heading section it should be 1.2. For paragraph setting it's 1.5. Okay, now be careful. I didn't implement all this styling on paragraph. You can see I implement all the setting on parent element, and it automatically transferred or inherited by the child element. Okay, what next? Next is that you have to make it center, have to make it responsive in within 2 lines. Okay, so basically this is this one. Okay, so we are done with this part. Hands-on marketing, we consult, and then this one. So the heading section, the paragraph section, the space between these two, and the container size. The most important thing is container size, so that the heading and the paragraph should be in this design, because I resize the container so that the heading and paragraph will be according to the design. So hope so you are getting my point. So our header section is almost ready. I think for this part, or I think for as basically for the beginners, it's more than enough. Keep going on practice and do practice of it. And if you have any queries to comment, I will definitely respond to that queries. And in next lecture, I will develop these next sections accordingly. So right now, I think it's enough. It's more than enough for the beginners. So thank you. Hope so. You like my concept, you like my video. Thank you so much.